My name is Jackie and I am the owner of Get Online Step by Step. This is the first in a series of training videos and articles all about getting your business online with your own website. Today we're talking about something crucial: choosing a niche. Now, if you already have a business, you might not need this particular lesson, but no worries. You can jump ahead to lesson 2, where I'll show you how to set up your website from scratch. But for now, let's talk niches. So what is a niche? A niche is the subject or a topic, an area or focus of your business. It's not as complicated as it sounds. In fact, it's really quite simple. A niche isn't about being tiny or overly specific. It's about focus, or another way of looking at it is that a niche is essentially a group of people who share a particular problem and are willing to pay for a solution. That's it. That's all there is to it. So, which comes first, the problem or the niche? The answer is simple: the problem. Once you identify a problem, the niche forms naturally around it. People in the same niche are actively looking for solutions to a set of related problems. Your goal is to provide those solutions through your content, products, or services. So, a niche can be anything you choose. It could be something you are passionate about or something you love. It may be your hobby, or it might even be something you want to learn. It could even be a pet hate. The thing with a niche is that you need to narrow it down. Having a wide niche is just too difficult to cope with. Let's have a look at this. So let's say you wanted a niche in the health and fitness area. Much too wide. You need to narrow this down. So you might decide, exercise. That's a bit narrower, and yeah, it is a bit narrower, but still very wide for a niche. Try and whittle it down even narrower. So we could choose perhaps exercise for shift workers, or maybe exercise after surgery, which is very important. So let's try another one. Let's have a look at cooking. Personally, I hate cooking, but I understand there are people who thoroughly enjoy it. Still, cooking is a very wide niche. If we narrow it down maybe to recipes, which is still a very wide niche. So if we narrow it down again, how about recipes for competitive swimmers? Or even recipes for children with diabetes? These are really important niches, and it's very important for you to narrow down as much as you can. Have a think about this. Let's say your niche is cars. Are you going to write for a 65-year-old classic car collector or a 22-year-old rally driver? You're going to struggle to please both. Narrow it down further to something like British cars of the 1970s, and suddenly your content becomes much more focused and much more manageable. So, what happens if you have no idea which niche to choose? I mean, not everyone has niche ideas straight away, and that's perfectly normal. You don't have to panic, because there are ways to discover your niche by observing problems people want solved. So I'm going to be walking you through how to find a niche and how to set up your website, all within the Wealthy Affiliate platform. I've been a member since 2013, so it's like a second home to me. So if you'd like to follow along, I've left a link below. It's free to join and there's no risk. No bank details are needed. Of course, it's not the only way you can do this, and I'll be going through a couple of ways later on. So let's get going and see Wealthy Affiliate. Here we are within the walls of Wealthy Affiliate. When you signed up, you'll be signposted to this page. This is your hub. This is where all your business will take place. So we're going to choose a niche. Now, if you already have an idea and you just like to narrow it down, then we can click this box here and we can add, let's say, gardening. It already comes up with some niche ideas here. Or you can click Find Me Niches. Can you see? These are narrower niches. Now I want you to look. These numbers here, these opportunity ratings, if it's over 80 out of 100, it's considered a pretty good bet for a good niche. So organic gardening would be a good thing to use here. Indoor plants and house plants has got a 95% rating, so that would be an excellent one to choose. So what about if you wanted something a little more obscure? So I'm going to put in sustainable fashion. Now this in itself is a reasonably narrow niche, but can you see it's given us some ideas here? I can't honestly say any of those inspire me at all, so we'll click Find Me Niches. Ah, this is more like it. So sustainable fashion, eco-friendly fabric, second-hand clothing. What draws me is ethical footwear. So if I was to click choose this, I would then be going on to make my website, and that's what we'll be doing in the next lesson. What happens if you have no idea what niche to choose? Well, if you look underneath the search bar here, there's some recently searched niches. Any of these you could choose: crocheting, blogging, bird watching. So clicking on any of these will give you more ideas. If you're still absolutely stuck and none of these really float your boat, then let's have a look. These are the popular and lucrative ideas, and these change all the time. So let's have a look. What have we got today? Tyres for electric vehicles, handmade jewellery, sustainable fish farming, yoga and spiritual fitness, CBT products. I'm afraid I don't know what this says. Goodness, there's a lot of things here today. Now, I'm going to choose sustainable fish farming, but I'm not going to choose this one. What I want to do is to copy it and then come back up to choosing a niche and see if it breaks this down any more. Okay, here we go. So sustainable fish farming methods. Not that many really. Oh, I don't know. Sustainable fish farming techniques. Let's have a look if we click on find my niches. Aquaponic systems, organic fish feed production. So you can see you can keep whittling down these niches. If you're still stuck, another strategy is to pay attention to real world problems. Think about the tools you use every day, like Amazon reviews, Reddit discussions, Facebook groups. These are goldmines for understanding what frustrates people. Join forums. Try keyword research tools like Ahrefs or Jaxi. And because these show what people are searching for, especially the long tail keywords like best ergonomic chair for lower back pain. Before I leave you today, I wanted to show you another method for finding niche, and one that I really enjoy using. I'm sure you're familiar with this page. Have you noticed that when you start typing into the search bar at Google, it begins to generate a list of words or phrases you may be interested in? This is called Google Instant. I love using this to find niches and keywords. More on keywords later in the course. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go back to our exercise niche. So in the search bar, I'm going to type exercise. Oops. Can you see already we have a list of possible niches that we could use? But there's more. If I put exercise 4, it generates more. But this is the clever bit. This is called alphabet soup. if I put in exercise for and then just A, it gives me exercise for arthritis, exercise for arms, exercise for abs at home. And you can go through the alphabet like this. So you just get rid of the A and you put in a B and you get another lot. Get rid of the B and put a C, and so on. The other way you can do this is to put the cursor right at the beginning and put the alphabet here. So don't use any spaces. If you put an A before exercise, you get aerobic exercise, anaerobic exercise, exercise classes near me, and you can go through the alphabet in exactly the same way. I think this is really clever, and it's a really good way of finding different niches. Give it a go and see what you come up with. It can be quite a time killer though, because you can get lost in this, I find. So that's it about finding niches. So to summarise, your niche should focus on solving a problem for a specific group of people. Start by observing real-world pain points and validating demand. Once you've narrowed it down, the next step is to create a website designed around your niche. That's our next lesson. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this useful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what niche you're considering, and I'm very happy to help if you're stuck. Don't forget to subscribe for more beginner-friendly tips on building your online business. In the next lesson, we'll dive into building your website from scratch. Happy niche hunting, and I'll see you soon.